Hello! Welcome to the DarkAbridgerEX's podcast, where we talk a little bit about live shows, animes, movies, video games, answer some questions, and do some voice acting improv, and keep you updated on what's going on. I'm your host, Rebecca Chambers.
I'm not Rebecca Chambers, I'm Dante the DarkAbridgerEX, and today's guest is...
Hello.
Oh my god. That was the most low-key introduction we've ever had.
Hi, I am Alexus.
This is Alexus, everyone, the co-creator of one of our infamous Mekaku City Actors Abridged. Yep, we created that together. More on that later. But hey, Alexis, so tell us a little bit about yourselves. Like, what's your involvement with me? What's your relationship with me? What do you do for a living? What's your 3 sizes? How much money is in your bank account? How do I break into your house? Which window do I hop through? Etc., etc.
Well, I have way too many windows, so you actually have, like, a choice of what you want to, like, bust open.
Sweet.
So, yeah, I'm Alexis. Recently, I'm working full-time now at the business office, in a business office in a nursing home. Fun. Fuck do I do with my life?
Play video games, watch anime?
Yeah, that. And I also have a very bad habit of spending money on things I don't need.
Yep, I can relate to that.
I'm just staring at my figures and my wands right now.
All the gotchas.
So Dante and I was thinking about how we first met, and it was because of Sid Snap. Do you remember?
Of course I remember Sid Snap. She's the reason why DarkAbridgerEX came back.
Yeah, but like I was talking to her because I was trying to get her in contact with Nicole, who is my artist friend, who I'm no longer friends with, by the way.
Rip.
Yeah. And Sid Snap was hitting up you, thinking that you were Nicole. And you're like, what the fuck? No, I'm not. And then because of that, we started talking, and you invited me to all your group chats and stuff. And
then we were temporarily a thing at one point. We even got quote unquote married.
Yes.
That was magical.
I remember that. Yeah, that was a time.
That was a time.
It was a time when I was straight.
Yeah, at a time when she was straight. Now she likes women, just like me!
Yeah. Can't remember being straight. Wow. I really can't. I can't really imagine. I don't understand what I was like when I thought men, no offense, were attractive.
Hey, listen. I like women too, and I don't like men for probably similar reasons. I don't know. I just know that...
Women are just so pretty.
Exactly. Exactly.
So pretty and sweet. Like, how can you not?
Exactly. So yeah, that is Alexis, everybody. She's gonna be our guest for today. And on that note, let's start talking about life. So normally, like, I talk a little bit about, like, you know, hey guys, it's June, and do some motivational speech, but you know what? Forget about that this episode. Well, probably the fact that, yes, we're halfway there, living on a prayer, but I want to talk about what just happened this week that was just fucking bonkers, okay? So I have this internal radio in my head, you know, I'm always hearing music, whether I'm listening to it or not listening to it, and I had just this one part of the song in my head, and I couldn't remember the actual lyrics. All I heard was and I'm just like, what song is that? It's catchy. What is it? And I ask Diz, and she looks all over the place. She can't find it. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's got like that Chris Bowden no guidance vibe. She's like, this and that. I'm like, no. So then I ask my friend Eva, and she starts looking, and she's like, this artist, that artist, nope, doesn't sound like that. And so then I go to my friend Jessica, because I'm up to here. It's been an hour and 30 minutes of trying to find the song that randomly decided to be in my head. And you know what that song turned out to be? Do you know what song that was?
No.
It's Justin fucking Bieber, Yummy.
Oh my god.
Above everyone who would be in my head, it was motherfucking modern day Justin Bieber, Yummy. I had yeah babe, any night, any day in my head.
Oh my god.
I'm just like, oh. I hated this guy. And now he's like semi-decent, I guess. I don't know. I guess artists can evolve to less pieces of shit. I mean, the lyric quality is a little but it's catchy. Like, it's musical, at least. I don't know. It's in my head. He got that yummy, 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 yum. And it might influence something else, because it kind of almost sounds cannibalistic. More on that later. But enough about that. Now let's just talk about general life in general. So, Alexus, tell me how your 2020 is.
Well, I mean, I got a new job this in 2020, because I originally was hired to be a receptionist, and then they're like, hey, we're looking for someone to go into the business office. And I was like, well, if you're gonna pay me, so now I'm there. And I used to waitress before this, but it got closed down for a bit, and now they're planning on opening up again. I'm like, but I have a new job now. And I'm like stuck between like higher pay or my loyalty to my other job. And I'm like,
trust
it really
me,
sucks.
loyalty sometimes doesn't get you places. Take it from me.
I know. But like, it's just like, I love them, you know? I really did love that place. I really do love that place.
I do.
Regardless of the low pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I guess I had that similar case. It's just for me at Five Guys, I was loyal and I did have fun with my coworkers. It's the higher-ups that just kept pissing me the fuck off. And, yeah, so they're just treating my loyalty like shit. But I'm sure, I don't know if you have higher-up issues, which is probably why you have stronger emotions for it than me, but my loyalty didn't get me anywhere. But my loyalty at my current job is getting me places so far.
Well, if you work at, the place that shall not be named at the moment, I don't know, I heard about it where I live, and people keep saying, that it's not a good place to work at. So, like, I hope it's better for you over there.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I've heard some stuff from some of my other coworkers, and that, you know, they've been working other places which are paying them a lot more. I don't know. I just need to get out of Five Guys, so I don't know. Well, we'll see, because ultimately, you know, I don't want to do that for life. I just want to, you know, do voice acting and writing, so.
That is a big dude. I keep getting jobs that involve counting money or something with money. I'm like, this is not what I'm going to college for.
Fuck no.
I'm like, I don't want to keep doing this for the rest of my life. But like, I keep getting roped into this stuff.
Money makes my hair gray. Like, when I was the manager at Five Guys and I had to count the money and everything was just, something was off, I just was ready to rip it out. Or the time I dropped the drawer and all the money in the drawer just was all over the floor. I was so fucking done. Yeah, that was very fucking traumatizing.
I just had a flashback. So I worked at McDonald's for a bit, right?
Oh boy.
And I did like the morning shifts. Like, this was like last summer. So this is definitely not 2020, but I just had like a flashback to like, someone gave me their change. It was like 6 a.m. and I accidentally gave them too much change, so my drawer was like $10 short, and I'm just standing there like,
God.
And I'm just standing there like, I fucked up so bad. Like, I took like my money out of my own like purse. I was like, I gotta put it back in here. I'm like, I'm so sorry. My sleep deprived self, like, I was like, oh.
I feel that so much. It's such a dick kicker.
It was not a fun time.
Anything else happened in your 2020 so far?
A lot of D&D. I ran my first campaign, which is Magical Girl themed.
Of course. Joe is about to rise from his grave.
And it was very fun. We didn't get to finish it, and then so yeah, just a lot of D&D, new job. What else is happening? Animal Crossing, but that's for a later segment.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, I did get a new gaming computer.
Ooh.
It is very pretty and it changes colors.
Oh, you got one of those rainbow ones, huh?
I did.
Jeez.
Now I'm a real gamer.
I saw like the prices for those on Amazon, so that was definitely not cheap at all. Must have been like, yeah, that's like an entire fucking unemployment check for me.
At least you got one of those.
So since last month, I definitely passed my fucking history class. Nice, solid B. It was easy. It was great. It was nice. And now my English class is starting, and I've been very fucking anxious over this because, like, you know, it's a summer class. It's going to be like the next 6 weeks is going to be a compact version of the semester. Because, like, my history class, when we were still meeting up in class, it was like Tuesday and Thursday, and maybe some work outside of class. Okay, great. And this is how every day, because, like, I looked at the first week, and the teacher had, like, all right, so this is due on Tuesday. Please introduce yourself. All right, please annotate this and complete this by Thursday. All right, now go read these 2 excerpts and listen to this interview and respond to the questions by Thursday. And okay, now here's a little exercise to complete on Friday, and now I need you to write 300 words or more on something that on an object that reminds you of things. I'm just like, because I'm doing this, and I have to juggle working out, and then I gotta juggle DarkAbridgerEX's, and now I gotta juggle the English class, and in 3 weeks, supposedly my job's gonna be back in operation on July 1st, because the type of job that it is supposedly is gonna be back, so I'm just like, great. What is time? I'm fucked. So, I don't know. I mean, I did fine so far, because I said, all right, if I dedicate Monday through Wednesday to get the work done, I'll be fine. And so far, that worked out. What's kicking me in the dick right now is that he's one of those professors that require you to respond to 2 classmates on the discussion. And
oh no.
I was the first one to put anything in for the second discussion. The introductions, that was fine. Everyone was active as fuck on that. Sure. And also he asked for 4 instead of like 2. I'm just like, damn, forcing interaction. I hate this. But no one's written anything, at least since I last checked. Maybe someone wrote something today, and now I gotta respond to them as soon as possible before 8 p.m. Fuck you, first of all. But yeah, it's all right so far. I'm still worried as fuck. I only got through, like, he wanted us to read 84 pages already. Like, I'm just like, oh man, I can't read 84 pages. But thanks to Audible, I can listen to the book and read it at the same time. The problem with me is, when I read books, I'm listening to music or my mind likes to wander. But with the power of Audible, someone else can read the book to me. Then all I have to do is listen to the voice and read the text. No other external sounds to get inside my brain while I'm trying to read the book. No way, Jose. And if I need to go out and eat food and do normal things, just take Audible on the go. This is turning into an advertisement.
Wow, I can't believe you're sponsored.
I'm not even sponsored by them officially. It's literally just me liking Audible. It's a godsend. Audible is great, guys. I mean, given how much money I have right now, it doesn't matter whether I spend a few dollars to get it. Even if he's providing us the book for free, I get Audible to just listen to it because I can't read to save my life anymore. I literally cannot. Like, I can do visual novels, no problem. Maybe I can read some instructions on, like, some stuff, sure. But you want me to read a book that I'm not, like, entirely invested in? Alright, get Audible, and someone else will read it for you. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
So, that's how I got through 84 pages without banging my head against the wall or through my window. So, that's been working out. My workout has been slowing down. I upgraded from 25 pounds to 45, and I was not ready. Like, I can't lift it with my fist facing towards me, right? Like, I can't do that. But I can do it, like, lifting a grocery bag. And then I wasn't able to do, like, pushing my fist up to the air while sitting down, like standing up wise. But I can do it on the floor, like, pushing up. But what I found out was, on Sunday, I did a bad lift on my left arm, and so my left arm has been fucked. And so last workout session, I couldn't do push-ups because my shoulder was like, hey, you should stop doing that right now. This hurts. So I'm like, fuck. So I just tried doing everything with my right arm, and I tried even lifting up the 45. Like, I was able to lift up the 45 from the chair, like sitting down, pushing upwards, and cool, I got stronger on my right arm. But then I tried to do it on my left, and it's like, yeah, I'm actually weak now. I'm like, oh no, don't be weak. I need to be ambidextrous. So My left arm is definitely getting weaker as we speak, and I don't like it because I like to have balance. We're Libras. So, yeah, that's been going on. The unemployment stuff has helped me get some stuff. I got a garbage can, like a actual nice long garbage can, which really helps when I clean my room. I got a fridge, a motherfucking mini fridge, and that is the best thing I have in my room. Now I can store...
I'm so jealous.
I know, right? I could store my beer in there. I could store my coffee in there. I could store my double shot coffee in there. And I've been storing my muscle milk drinks that I've been drinking after workouts in there. And then if I want to have milk in my room, I'll have milk in my room. Which has been nice, because I had I would take my Uncrustables and, often I drank water, but I'm like, well, how about milk today? Ta-da! Oh, that's so nice. Or I got a box of hot Cheetos and hot Doritos and those onion ring ones and the fucking fry hot Cheetos. I had a whole box of that shit and I was craving for it. So I'm like, I do love spice, but there's something about mixing it with milk that just really gives a nice flavor experience. All because I got a mini fridge. My dad was paranoid as fuck, though. He's just like, bro, you can't handle it. You got too much stuff in your room. I'm like, no, it's fine. Look, it's right here. It's not in the way. It's by the door, but it's like in a spot that's not intrusive. I got this. I can handle it. All right, but just remember, you gotta defrost it. I'm like, yeah, no problem. On that note, I looked inside and I realized I do need to get, my icebreaker and hit the back, because I'm seeing, some frost in the back. The little mini compartment where you usually put things to freeze in. I'm just like, well, that's not good. On that note of frost, just recently, last week, my parents' refrigerators side was getting ice, baby. Boom, 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 boom. So I opened the fridge, I see just a ton of water dripping out. I'm like, uh-oh. And then I open the thing, and I'm left on duty to shatter the shit out of all the ice inside. My dad gives me a crowbar. I'm like, ooh, baby, it's time that I broke the ice. And I started cracking ice puns one after another. You could have said I'd kept my cool.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna spam the shit out of the bottom, but I assure you that, I was having a ice time. Did you see what I did there? Because I see what I did there. And my dad was just like, you just woke up, didn't you? I'm like, no, I didn't wake up. I'm just having the time of my life. Haha! We took everything out of the freezer, and even to a whole fucking ice pack just being frozen in this cube, solid, thick of ice, or one of the drawer was just covered in nothing but ice, and I'm just like, holy shit, it's who brought Sub-Zero in the house, cause it is chilly. So I was having the time of my life, and we're still having some freezing issues. I keep looking in, I'm like, dude, what the fuck did you do to this fridge, Dad? I mean, it's not dripping, so we're fine for now, but he definitely needs to do something about that. It's getting pretty bad. One last thing is my dog stopped being in the house all the time. He's with Dad more, which is what he usually is. It's just that he kept leaving it to Mom, who's been at the house because of quarantine. And I kept getting woken up at the same time because the fucking boy barks consecutively. He'll bark at 1 o'clock in the morning, or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then he'll bark at 11 or 12 o'clock because my mom's in a meeting, and he puts him outside. And when she puts him outside, the door that leads outside where she is directly above me. That's where my room is. So when he's barking at that door, he's barking at me from below. And I'm just like, God damn, boy, I love you. You're cute as fuck, but I'm trying to sleep. So it's been peaceful since he's been with Dad again, and I love it. I like sleep. Sleep is very good.
You just reminded me of my own two dogs. They both have the same birthday, but they're born years apart. So my one dog turned 3 on the 29th, and my other dog turned 1 year old. And they keep waking everybody up at 4:30 because they want to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
But they need someone to take them outside. So they're like, "Wake the fuck up, bitches!" the other day, I wasn't home for this, but my dad told me about it. Our youngest puppy, she can't like hold it sometimes. So like she shat on the floor the other day. And,
no.
You know, like, okay, but do you know like those things that clean the floor, like the shark, or like what is it called, the Roomba?
The Roomba, yeah. I think it's the Roomba.
Yeah, they like goes around the floor. It goes around like your floor and it cleans everything up. So it picked up some of the shit and started dragging it around the floor.
Oh no!
And there's just streaks everywhere. And I'm like, no.
The one downside to the automatic floor cleaner.
I was like, I can't be mad at her because like I know she's trying her best, but like,
I guess you could say that shit hit the fan. I'm not sorry.
I know you're not.
If I ever was, it was a lie.
It's a lie.
Haha. My dog actually, he has been trained to go outside as well, but because I'm nocturnal, some nights I do come down and he'll come down and I'll see him like, oh hey Zeus, what are you doing? I'm like, oh wait, I see. You don't leave Dad's side at night unless you want to go. Okay, alright, go, get the fuck. Sometimes I worry about him because we have coyotes in the area, and one time I heard like the coyotes like howling in the night. I'm like, Zeus, you better get the fuck back in right now. And then I hear him barking. I'm like, dude, get over here, come on. He's a tiny little dog. He'll get destroyed. I don't want to see my dog destroyed. I don't want to lose my dog, period. I'm not ready for the time when he has to go. I'm going to be fucking destroyed. He gets all my love. I give him cuddles. I give him kisses. And then when he tries to, he always has the ball in his mouth because he always wants to play. Like, I'll grab it and I'll move his body to a position where I could just, like, hug him. And his arms will be resting on my arms. And I'm just like, oh, I'm a beautiful baby. And then he leads his head over because he's resting on my shoulder. I'm like, oh. My beautiful baby.
You sound so cute.
Yeah, I love picking him up too, because it's just like, because then I really do hold him like a baby. And then like, it's funny because Zeus gets hyped up and he's ready to go out and shit, like he'll just start barking and jumping around. And then all Dad and I have to do to stop him from barking is pick him up. And he's like, oh, okay. Simple boy, simple times. All of them. Oh, baby. Okay, that's enough about talking about life and dogs and all that shit, and probably actual dog shit. Let's talk about shows, anime, and movies. I don't know why that's the exact voices I choose to transition to that, but that's what we do. So, Alexus, what shows, animes, or movies have you seen this 2020?
So I watch a lot of Precure, so
once again, Joed rises from his grave again.
I watched Star Twinkle Precure, which is what my icon is from. And then I watched Healing Good Precure, but that went on pause because of coronavirus.
Aw.
And then another one I've been watching, which I was so excited for, was My Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom.
Jesus.
Yes, the very long title, but I had read the manga, and so when I found out it was getting an anime adaptation, I was so happy. I was like, oh my god. And it's like on episode 10 right now, and it's really good. I recommend it. Because I eat up this isekai shit. I eat it up so much.
So much isekai!
I eat all of this otome isekai up. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's such a main genre at this point, but I'm also kind of I stand on like the spectrum just because most of it is always medieval, and I'm kind of fed with medieval. Like to me it's so overdone that I just But I know that there's the appeal for everyone, and that there is quality stuff out there. It's just that, I'm just done with all these royal knights and kingdoms and your highness and all that, like, knights and stuff and whatever. But I'm sure it's good. I'm sure if I watched what you were talking about, I would probably like it too, so.
The main character's such a fucking idiot. It's wonderful.
I'm sure.
She's a lovable dumbass.
Have you seen anything else?
the Madoka Magica spinoff, Magia record.
So it's been a lot of magical girls.
Yeah, I kind of get like hyperfixation sometimes, so Magical Girls is definitely the long-running one right now, because I have a bunch of Magical Girl ones that I've spent a little bit too much money on.
Yeah, I'm sure also because there's a bunch of cute girls and magical girl stuff, so you're having the time of your life.
It's a fun time.
You could say it's a magical trip!
I'm dead.
I'm here all week.
Good to know I can get my free entertainment. What else have I been watching? She-Ra!
Ah, She-Ra! I remember hearing about that from one of my other guests. How was that for you?
She-Ra is so good! Oh my god! Oh, that final season! She was so good.
I remember my last guest who talked about it, her name was Megan, or Michi Baka, and she, like, went in pretty depth, like, you know, talking about how, like, it's a lot more streamlined and better version of compared to the old She-Ra cartoon when it was, like,
Yes.
when it literally just looked like He-Man, but female version.
It is so good. It is so good. I don't know how much I can, like, go in depth about it, because, like, I don't want to spoil anything, because I really think you should watch it. But, like,
I'll take it into consideration.
it is so good. I got every single one of my friends into it.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Like,
not this again.
Yes. No, listen. I didn't even do it on purpose. I was just I was in the general vicinity of them, and I was just watching it, and then they just heard me watching it, and they joined in, and now they're all hooked. And look, it's not my fault. It's a great show. It's not my fault.
Okay, Alexus, but we also know that you're infamous, at least for me, going, Dante, please, download Sif, please.
I mean, I'm sorry I get you into good things.
Hey, first of all, fuck you! And second of all, you're right, but fuck, Sif changed my life forever.
Oh, I know it did.
Holy shit, everything that happened because of Sith. Like, all it was one simple plead. And what happened? Love Live, Manly Idols, Girly Idols, GM18, me cosplaying as fucking male Umi, meeting all the people that I met through from Love Live and shit. My GM18 blog, me working on Dangin' Live.
That shit was sad.
All of this. Oh, and not to mention the birthday live thing that I made, where it was savagely, horribly, horrifically sad. All because one girl decided to plead with her life for me to go download a game, and I was not gonna go play it without watching the anime. And then my life changed in 3 episodes. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you've watched, or was that about...
Tangled, the series.
Oh, it's a series now.
So, like, it was like, well, it's called Rapunzel's Tangled Adventure. Like, I had never actually seen Tangled.
Oh, wow.
I did recently, though. I finally watched it. But I kept seeing clips of the television series on YouTube, and, like, the songs are really, like, a bop. So, I started watching the series, and then I finally went to watch the movie. And I know I'm, like, 10 years late, but, like, it's so good.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I've seen the movie myself, too. I don't remember when I watched it and why I watched it, or where I watched it, but I know I did.
But yeah, the series ended this year as well, so I caught myself up on that. Good 3 seasons.
So then Tangled was also the movie you watched.
Yes, I did watch the movie, you know, because I felt odd,
just jumping into something.
I mean, I jumped into it without, before I actually started, watching the movie.
Right.
Unfortunately. But that's because I just couldn't help myself.
Right.
I also watched the gambling anime, finally.
Kakeguri?
I did! I watched it.
Yes!
I watched it, and I watched it in Japanese because, the voice actor of Yumiko, I love her.
Oh, yes, so much fucking yes. Oh my god, don't even get me started. It's so sweet on the ears. So easy.
I love her voice so much.
And when she just gets so fired up, it's just... it's such a nice anime. Did you watch both seasons, right?
Yes, I did.
Fucking great. Like, I love how it progressed. Like, you had the whole, like, rebellion against the system kind of thing going on at first, and like finding out the other different ways that she could just trump these pieces of shit shady people. And then in season 2 you just see like a form of redemption arc, and I'm just like, this is wild. I love this like character development kind of shit going on right now. Like, it was so cool to watch. It was a trip too, and I also just, I don't know, I found the thrill of the gambling in it. I don't know, man, it was just
It's funny because I hate gambling. Funny enough, listen. I hate gambling when it doesn't involve cute anime girls.
Oh, but
okay?
Of course, if you throw in cute anime girls to anything, and Alexus will watch it.
Like, I've been to casinos, and I'm like, I hate watching my money go down the drain. Like, I won't spend money to try to get more money, but I will spend money to get JPEGs of anime girls. This is my logic.
I mean, hey, listen, one of these things are temporarily, the other thing will be with you for as long as you let it be with you. I also probably stay away from gambling IRL. I mean, I've done it in games, and I try to not do so much in games. The only exception was Yakuza, because there was profit for it, or aka completion, forced completion list to get done, so I played gambling. And then I did like it a little, but obviously just doing it and not trying to profit from it. Yeah. So, yeah, that was definitely a thrill. What was it? Did you see the did you get to see the live action one?
I did not.
You got to. It's not bad. It's not good, but it's like one of those like semi-bad that it's enjoyable kind of thing. Like, it's so fucking insane because they can't replicate like the animation of, you know, the great animation. They go super dramatic as fuck, and there's like during in the anime when they have like those internal monologues about how they're like, you know, gonna pull one up on Yumiko, it's instead like they freeze, like everyone freezes, and then there's like some dramatic organ piano playing, and they have like a whole dramatic stage like play drama monologue show going on, and I'm just like, wow, it's so extra, and it's hilarious to me. Like, the fucking intro, the intro, we know, is all nice and jazzy. In season 1, it was chaotic. Some form of chaotic jazzy, and then like season 2, I don't know what season 2 was, but in here it's J-Rock, and then there's fucking the main dude, he's just fighting guys, like he's punching and kicking people. I'm like, wait, what the fuck is this, an action anime or a gambling anime? What is happening? It was so out of place. And then the dude, like, I don't know, personally he's a little obnoxious in the show because he's highly emotional compared to his anime counterpart. And he's always freaking out every other time about Yumiko doing everything, but he like does this stupid thing where he goes in front of the camera and narrates things. Like, you know, he'll give a recap, and then the music will stop playing, and then he runs back into the scene and everything plays out. It's so fucking stupid. You gotta check it out. You'll see what I mean.
I know it's on Netflix.
Yes. It's 2 seasons, and it literally just covers season 1. And I'm just like, huh. You took 2 seasons to cover season 1? I mean, I guess, but yeah, it's definitely an interesting watch. Give it a go. Watch Kakigurui all over again, just with live action and overly dramatic actors. But also the Yumiko in that one's also really fucking cute. So I think you'll enjoy that too. Anything else?
Castlevania.
Castlevania. A lot of people that I've talked to always bring up Castlevania. How was the latest season? I heard season 3 was on the side.
Listen, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say Hector is a fucking dumb bitch. He gets everything that's coming to him. Isaac is my boy, and I will fight everyone for him. And vampire woman hot. That's it.
Got it. Vampire women hot.
They hot. I definitely like if they just like, you know, needed a secretary or something, like they could definitely like hit me up. Like, I'm not gonna say like I think Hector deserves everything that like he gets, but I definitely think there could be like a better person in his place. That's all I'm saying. I don't think he deserves anything, especially not to be surrounded by beautiful vampire women. There's a lot to unpack there. I know. I have a lot of feelings about Hector. I have a lot of feelings, and they're not good ones.
I mean, honestly, woo, it's over my head until I actually get invested, but I feel like if I get invested, I'm gonna get invested in Castlevania entirely, so I'm not trying to get myself into that, but yeah, I can agree. Vampire women.
Vampire woman's so hot. They're good. They're good. I stand the queens. I think that's all for like the shows I really watched. I've been meaning to watch Umbrella Academy. I know that's been out for a while. Been meaning to watch it, but I haven't yet. And then I've been watching the Persona 5 anime, but that's just a recap of the game.
Right. Oh man, I still gotta get around to the Persona 5 anime because obviously, you know, I like Persona.
Yeah.
That was during my fallout with anime, so I was kind of not rewatching something that I already played, but I definitely would like to see how it, I don't know, plays out. Anime style, whatever. Fuck it. See my girls all over again.
Oh my god, I can't wait. I can't wait to get, when we get into the video game discussion, I have so much to talk about Persona.
Oh boy, alright. As long as it's not about Royal.
Oh, okay.
So, last Spoodcast I was talking about how I was rewatching Baka Test because
Ooh.
I got a Funimation account and I reactivated it or whatever, and I, you know, started watching some stuff, and I saw some of the OVAs or stuff that I didn't really get to see around the first time, where they're like small as fuck and there's little dumb skits, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot how funny Baka Test was. I'm like, I knew it was funny, but it was like cute, and then I've evolved since the first time I watched it, and I was just like, I'm gonna go rewatch this series again, because I miss this cute group, I miss their antics, I miss their everything. So I do that, and obviously I'm dying because fucking Himeji is cute as fuck. Like, she's like one of those cute that's like, I want to hold her and squeeze her, like, you know, with like the cutest hug ever. And then I started also, because I've evolved since last time, I actually did like Minami, and so it's like, when she's being cute, I'm like, okay, yeah, I can dig this. And then of course, I like Shoko because she's so passionate for Yuji that it moves me. I love passion, and she's just, they're all wholesome. I want to protect all of them. So I watched the rest, and I was like, I remember I was kind of on season 2 for some reason, and I'm like, that season 2 wasn't as bad. I don't know. A lot of it was focused on the fucking trip and the blackmailing and stuff. And I thought my main issue was like how there was always like the cock blockers and when things start getting good, but that wasn't as bad as I remember either. So yeah, I definitely had a nice trip down memory lane, and I screen capped a few moments of like when my girls were just at their fucking cutest, because I'm just like, so wholesome, so adorable. And then, of course, the fucking both opening themes were just adorable as hell. I remember I skipped the first season's opening theme a lot because I was just like, eh. But now I'm like, no, this is actually good. I like it. Sets the tone. It's bopping. And then season 2's opening was always really good. I remember I actually have the album of that one because I liked it that much, including the season 2 credits too. So I don't know. I definitely, and then I like the season 1s as well. I don't know why I don't have like the fucking Baka Go Home or whatever theme. Some good stuff. It's a good anime. And, yep. So I finished watching that. And then, part 2 of Rick and Morty season 4 was out. So I, for the following weeks, I was watching all of that, and I love it, because, I don't know. Rick and Morty stands like this form of, like, satire, fourth wall breaking kind of deal. It kind of has its jab at the genres, and that's what my main appeal for it is. Like, I don't know. It was definitely a blast watching through the seasons, and like some of the Rick literally fighting a god, and I'm just like, yep, this is happening. I'm watching Rick fight God, or the super meta plot train that goes in a circle, or the time Rick and Morty had to revisit a planet they had already destroyed, and the consequences were coming backwards to places you fucked up, or them retouching the Beth clone thing, and I was like, oh no, they're going to take away the reveal of who's the clone or who's not the clone. And then of course, well, stuff happens. But I was just really all on board with everything that was happening that season, though it was over so quick. I forgot like half the season was premiered like late November, December of 2019, and then we were just getting the other half. So it just flew by, and I'm just like, damn, it's over. I gotta wait for a little longer for the next season. Shit. I love how they always have to make a jab at interdimensional cable. Like, they're like, yeah, if I want to do interdimensional cable, we do interdimensional cable. But I'm realizing that, like, they're not doing interdimensional cable again because they already nailed it the first 2 times. And that's why they're not doing it ever again. I'm just like, all right, I'll miss Justin's improv because he can improv the most stupid commercials ever. But I'll take it. I want to talk about Final Fantasy later because that's going to mash in with my gaming. So instead, I'm going to skip over to the fact that I just recently watched Black Lagoon. One of my friends, Alec, from I think 2 Spoodcasts ago, he was talking about Black Lagoon. That was when I was talking about how I was watching a bunch of Rebellion animes, because my theme of so many of the animes I was watching was rebelling against the system with Kakegurui, and then I was watching the Akame ga Kill and Kill la Kill, like all this stuff that has rebellion in it. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. So he got me the DVD for that, and I started watching that, and then I started watching the rest on Funimation, and that was a pretty dark anime. Like, not like super dark, but it definitely touches on the dark themes. Like, I don't want to really talk about like some of the themes, like I'm a little uncomfortable talking about it publicly on a stream, but some people who've watched the show know what I'm talking about. There's some dark people that we come across in the show, like, that was just like, ooh. But some of the stuff was like going into a submarine of some people who may have been involved in World War II and digging their corpses for like treasure, or one of them could have been like protecting this counterfeiter from the mafia, stuff like that. They had like little jobs here and there and exploration of characters, and I was just all for seeing the improvement of the main character, Okujima, who was just a white-collared salaryman until he was abducted by Revi, a fucking Chinese-American pirate, along with some other people, and then after being discarded by his company, just being chopped liver, being declared dead in his country, he decides to be like, fuck it. My name's not Okujima, my name's Rock. I'm one of the fucking space pirates. Fuck you guys, I'm out. So, it's been an interesting development to watch him from being wimpy, white-collared boy who bows his head at superiors to, I got some balls of steel. I can be part of this group. I still haven't seen him lift a gun and kill people yet, but, I mean, I think he doesn't need a gun. He just has words. Words can kill. So, that's been a magical journey, and it has like this banger fucking rock and techno intro, and I'm all for that shit, and not once did I ever skip it because it's that good. And I'm talking about 24 episodes. They didn't change the intro at season 2 because they split it from episode 12 and stuff like the usual. It felt weird though because of that. Like, it felt like when the season was over, it didn't properly finish, but then, like, you know, just keeps going to the next day. So I felt like it should have been like 24 episodes from the get-go, but then they were just like, all right, we need to take a break. We'll be back. I'm like, okay, I guess that's fine. The last, like, part of the season was, like, involving, like, the Yakuza and him back in his home country. So there's, like, some circling around to a final arc of formatting him to be part of this underground world of mafias and Russian gangsters and shit like that. And I'm just like, oh man, I was watching the rest of it last night. I usually just watch the shit while I go, like, to go eat and stuff, but I was, like, so invested that I sat down and watched the last 3 or 4 episodes, and it was like, this intense, yo. So, yep, Black Lagoon. Now it's on my recommendations. Thank you, Alec. Thank you for sending me that. I still have to actually watch this OVA. There's, like, 5 more episodes of OVA, and it's not short. It's not 15 minutes. It's full 30 minutes. So I'm just like, I'm almost done, but I'm not done. And so, yeah, I got some more to watch, but I'm totally all for it because, like, Revi, every girl or woman in that fucking show is fucking badass, strong as fuck. Because there's, like, Revi, the main girl, she's got the fucking 2 handguns and, like, hot-blooded, ready to fuck you up if you fucking say the wrong thing to her. Then there's, like, this priest lady at like this church it's a rip-off church. They're all fucking gangster as fuck, so she's got like shady sunglasses on. There's a fucking nun with like a eye patch and shit. Like, you know, they ain't fucking around. Like, this ain't your normal church. We deal with guns and drugs, motherfucker. And then there's also like the maid from hell who was formerly a war vet or whatever, so she's fucking strong as fucking, acts like a human Terminator. And then there's like a Chinese assassin lady with like blades and shit that, you know, that touches on the Chinese stereotypes of like the T. Who else was the strong one? And then there's like the leader of the Russian mafia who's got like some burns on her face, and she can watch the world burn and she'll like fucking take pleasure in it. She's like the ringleader, the boss. Like, you don't fuck with her. Like, none of these girls you fuck with. They're amazing. I love it. It's gonna serve as great reference material when trying to like solidify some of my own girls from my own stories series. You know, to make sure they're not just your typical girl of like, they got backbone. Don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with my wife. She'll fuck you up. So lastly, on my movie side, I watched Final Fantasy Advent Children, also known as Final Fantasy, the reunion of the Final Fantasy characters with better graphics, but a lot of fan service. Oh, and Sephiroth's back for like 5 seconds. So when we transition to games, I'm going to talk about how I was like watching someone who made a nicely made movie for the original Final Fantasy game with like a mod, with higher quality models and shit. And that was like a magical 14 hours of my life. And so then I went to go, watch a Crisis Core, and then I went to go watch the movie. And so going into the movie, like, you could see that, like, yeah, it's definitely on the fan service side, and it I don't know, some parts look weird. I don't know, it just really happened really fast, and I realized that I was watching, the initial version I watched on my Amazon was the short version, like the original released on movie theaters, and I didn't watch the director's cut version, which was longer and had some more plot, and honestly made the movie experience just better than it was originally, because the original movie experience was a lot more action, and just kind of just fan service. It was just really just straight up fan service. But at the time, before Final Fantasy VII Remake was a thing, you know, that must have been like really great for people, because they're like, wow, look at this high def looking Cloud and Tifa. Oh shit, look at Sephiroth, he's so fucking sexy. Also that one-winged angel theme. Oh shit, dog. Like, I could see it's definitely appeal at the time, but now that we've evolved, it definitely didn't age too well. It was still an enjoyable experience. There was just like that obvious that, like, you know, now we have other means to enjoy it more than like the movie kind of thing, but yeah. Also, it's just weird it's weird seeing grown-up men, especially one with like a deep voice like this, being like, where's my mom? Where's my mother? I'll do anything for my mom. It's just like, I stayed with Reno when he was just like, mom. I was thinking to myself, don't you have a dad? Why don't you say hello to him in a while? But then he's like, it's just a frickin' head. And they're like, don't talk about my mom like that. I'm like, this definitely weird. The main villains, which are supposed to be like spin-offs of Sephiroth, literally just look like reject Kingdom Hearts characters. Like, they just had that Organization 13 look to them. And I'm just like, there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts vibes from some of this shit, because, you know, Nomura and Square Enix, it's just, I don't know, it's weird when I see that. And then Cloud is just going through like his external, I've suffered so much shit, PTSD vibe after like losing Aerith and all that shit. I'm just like, okay, alright. Yeah, but more on that when I start talking about Final Fantasy in the gaming section. That part's gonna be intense. Hope we're ready for that. So, that's gonna be all on that for fucking shows, animes, and movies on our part. It's time to talk about video games! That's the first time Am I ready? No. So, Alexus, let's talk video games. What has your 2020 been like with them?
Oh my god, video games have consumed my life.
Tell me about it.
So I'll start with the most obvious one. Animal Crossing took over my life for a bit.
Of course.
I'm slowly moving away from that addiction. I woke up every day at 9 a.m. to play this game, and I have over 200 hours in it. Actually, probably more than that right now. It just consumed me, and like now I'm just like I log in just to make sure my flowers are growing, but like that shit for months had me. It was bad. It was real bad, and I still don't even have all my dream, but it's okay.
Yeah, I remember. I've recently got it for Saki some months ago, and she's gotten like 300 hours in it or whatever. Like, it's really helped her through the quarantine since she's been like trapped in her fucking house. And yeah, I bet it's really fucking life-consuming. Like, you're living another life. You get to live a life with cute creatures on an island, and some of them are funny as fuck. Like, everyone wants that fucking purple cat dude. I think it's... What's his name? Is it Bob? It is Bob. Nice, I remember. So, yeah, everyone wants to get their Bobcat.
I'm trying to get, like, this crocodile that's, like... It's got a heart on it. It's real cute.
A crocodile with a heart on him.
It's pink and it's got a heart. Her name is Gail.
Aw, of course.
To move on to something more recent, have you played Helltaker?
Oh my god. Alright, Zach. Alright, Richard, come on out. They've been all over that shit on my NSFW channel.
Mm-hmm.
I have not touched it because I was just like, it's fine, I got custom order made.
I played it the other day. They're real cute. The girls are real cute. I was talking to my friends the other day. I was like, oh yeah, like this is before I played. Yeah, I've just seen like pictures of Helltaker, but like I haven't like actually like played it. And then my one friend calls me out in the middle of our call and goes, what kind of pictures have you seen of it, Alexus? I'm like, bitch, you know exactly what kind of fucking pictures I've seen of it. Why the fuck you calling me fucking out? This is not fair. I don't need to be called out for the things I look at.
I remember I think one of the guys were trying to link me some of the girls on there too, so I'm just like, come on, Dante, I know you got your demon waifus in there. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get into that game. Don't do this.
It's cute. It's not that much content to it, but it's cute. It's a cute little puzzle game.
Yeah, I'm not into puzzle games.
It's really high quality to be free. It's really high quality. Like, I'd expect this to like at least be $2.
But it was free.
Yeah, no, like I feel like that game should have cost money. Like, after I played it, I was like hitting my friend up. I was like, do the people that made this, like, do they have a donation page or something? Like, I feel bad playing this for free.
I was like, no, we made it for the love of all you weeaboo people.
Oh.
What do you mean, you weeaboo people?
Don't act like you not. My favorites are Lucifer. Lucifer is a cutie. Who's the other one? She's the, like, bitchy one. The bitchy one I like a lot.
Wow, the bitchy one. Yes, that helps.
No, but that's her title, the bitchy demon.
Oh, wow, really?
It's her name, comma, the bitchy demon. I also like the gaming demon. She's fun, too. I don't remember all their names. I only remember one name, Pandamonica, because my friend sent me a video of a Russian streamer simping over her real hard.
God. Ah, I see. Zadrada. The bitchy demon.
Yes, that's her.
I see.
She's a hottie.
A lot of these people are just wearing black and red, and like, this is just basically my aesthetic.
I know, right? That's what you should play the game.
Oh, God.
But you can also skip the puzzles and just get
Really?
the
You can just...
Yes!
Wow! Okay. Congratulations, Alexis. You just gave me a fucking reason to actually go play this game if I really wanted to get around to it. Because now I could just go straight to the fan service.
So great.
Thanks.
I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. What other games have you played, Alexis? I know there's another one that we're all dying to talk about.
Persona 5.
So I haven't played Royal. I just want you to know.
I played Royal.
Did you play
Royal.
the original?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Well, without talking about spoilers, unlike the new additional stuff in Royal, like you can talk about briefly about like how it felt without getting into too much detail for me. But how's the new girl?
She is a wonderful addition to the game. She's wonderful.
I'm totally ready for her because, like, yes, she looks great. I love her aesthetic. She reminds me of, like, old school classic Aya look, which, obviously, there's still room for, in my heart. So, I'm ready.
I love her character. I think her character is great. I finished her confidant. I refuse to do harem because I don't want my girls to be upset with me.
On Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I don't want them to be upset with me. So I don't do it. And like, when new girl confesses to you, my heart, I was like, if you were not so late game, I would have loved to have dated you.
I see.
But you were so late game.
So she doesn't start becoming relevant until like way later in the game, huh?
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Gotta wait so long.
She's like past Haru. And also I finished Haru's confidant and I wanted to date Haru too.
Man, I didn't even get to finish Haru because I fucked up somewhere during my original playthrough on 5 and I'm just like, damn it.
See, I didn't get to do Haru's, I fucked up a lot on my first one too when I played Persona 5, so I really didn't get to do Haru. So this time around, I focused on a lot of the confidants that I didn't get to do. So like, the first time around, I did like the fortune teller and stuff, so
Because she's profitable.
I didn't finish her. Yeah, I didn't finish her confidant this time around.
Oh.
Because I'd already done it in the first one.
Right.
I feel bad for Yusuke because no matter what, I haven't finished his confidant.
Wow.
By the end of Royal, I was only at 4 with him, and everyone else was like maxed. And that was the same when I played the original. I'm like, I'm sorry, Yusuke. There's just too many cute girls. I can't focus on you right now.
But Yusuke is a fabulous boy.
He is a fabulous boy, and I feel bad. But like, who did you date in the original? This is very important.
All of them. Wait! She gives me the ... and then I briefly hear her sigh. Listen, I turned on swag mode. I thought I was on God mode, and then Valentine's Day came, and I found out it was on hell mode.
So who's your best girl?
Okay, so it mixes between two from the original. There's obviously Hifumi and Futaba. Those are my top 2.
Okay, I really like Hifumi, and I really debated about dating her. I did Makoto, because I love Makoto.
Makoto for me was like I was ready to see how she'd be like dating her, and then she kind of turned out to be the exact opposite of what I was expecting. So I was kind of like let down. I mean, I still like Makoto, but I always thought she was going to be more on the One-chan kind of vibe with you, because she was like the older one kind of thing, you know? But no.
I think she's very cute. I did not like Makoto when the game first started, but then she joined our team and everything changed, and I was like...
It's like Ellie Ayase!
And then Hama? I don't know. She gives me such little sister vibes. I can't.
That's a common thing I hear with everybody.
I'm like, this is my little sister. I can't even imagine dating her.
She's pretty cute when she's flustered. I don't know, that's just my shtick. But then again, I knew an IRL Futaba, just a little less stable. So yeah, there might have been some extra spice for that back in the day. But yeah. I think I'd probably... Something tells me... Oh, my other, like, as we go down the list, was gonna be Chihaya. Like, she's just cute.
I love her.
And then, oh, fuck. I'm having the I think it was Takemi,
yeah.
nurse lady. She was down the list. Like, she's not, like, her hairstyle's not my style, but I definitely digged her vibe, her how she make love.
I'm gonna let you know, if you get Royal, her voice changes. They replace her voice actor.
Oh, in the English, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously...
If you did English.
I now in these days with games, because YouTube often has people uploading in English, I often just play in Japanese, and if I want to go see how it was in English, I can literally just look it up on YouTube. Whereas, like, if I try to do the reverse, it's a lot harder to hear the Japanese version, because not many people are just going to upload that. So, yeah, I'm sure I'll be tripping out, but is it good? Is it a good change?
Okay, so if you remember the English version, like
I do.
is very dark and very like not dark. It was very deep and very mature, and I really like that. But the new one is a lot lighter and is closer to the Japanese.
Ah, I see. Maybe that was why they were trying to go for that. Because I remember they were talking about trying to be a little bit more closer to the Japanese, or at least in some aspects of it, or whatever.
I don't know. I really did like the deep one.
Yeah, I guess I'll see what happens when I get around to it. It's gonna be a bit since I'm juggling so much right now that, like, trying to play a video game that's not related to what I have to do as Dark Abridger is almost considered a sin, in a sense, for me. I don't know. It's really tough trying to get into other games. The only one that I really can get into that I can just do on the side as a means to relax is, Custom Order Mode. Mm-hmm. Although, I think part of it is that I feel an obligation to stream it. Like, that's just my shtick now in these days, and so...
Custom Order Made?
No, not Custom Order Made. I will definitely not be streaming Custom Order Made. Like, maybe I once consider doing it on, like, my Discord, but not on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Discord server streaming, guys, everybody, it's a thing. Yeah. There's games I would have to stream otherwise.
Another Persona game, Persona 4 Golden, came out
on Steam. I was like, holy shit, that's a thing.
I bought it.
How's it feel on PC?
Well, because I also played the original on my PS Vita.
Did you ever play the original Persona 4 on PlayStation 2?
No, I did not. But I still have my PlayStation 2. I like sometimes like I go into my basement and I look at it. And I'm like, I look at all my PlayStation 2 games. I'm like, I really want the PlayStation 5 just so I can play all my old PlayStation games. That's like all I want.
I'm still not sold yet on PlayStation 5 yet. I think that's because I'm waiting for them to release their second version of the fucking console, like they always do, before I...
No, yeah. Like, I'm not gonna get it right away. I just, like, the fact that it has, like, that backwards,
compatibility. It's always a plus.
Yeah.
Because then, like...
Yeah, that's...
As a guy who records the games and stuff, like, it's in higher resolution. Like, for example, when I recorded some footage for Fatal Frame, and I tried, doing component or whatever. It's like 740 by 480 or whatever the fuck. Like, it's 720 by 480. It's like, it's pretty small as fuck. And you try to stretch that on the screen, it just kind of looks kind of garbo. But if I played it on a PlayStation 3, it'll be stretched out to 1280 by 720, and it'll look nice and natural. And so when you do that, it doesn't look as garbo as it does on, like, the PlayStation 2. And so I definitely dig it on that retrospect.
But they really upped the graphics for Persona 4 Golden.
Was it really anything different from Persona, the Vita version?
It looks a lot better. Like, it's a lot more. It's better. Like, it actually looks like
a console version of it?
No, it actually looks like this could be, like, it was made for, like, PC.
I see.
The graphics are good.
I think I need to, like, see a comparison, I guess. Like,
I think I've seen a video, but
someone had to have uploaded it. Like, because there's, like, the original PlayStation 2 one, then there's the Vita, which, I don't know, for some reason from what it looked like, the Vita looked like it was an update from the PlayStation 2. So I'm curious to see how PC looks. Of course, there's the one natural thing is obviously going to be the 60 frames per second, which is always a godsend. But I definitely want to see how it visually stands compared to, like, the original PlayStation 2. Is it better? Is it worse? Or is it 2.5? I don't know. But I definitely am curious about that. I love that tech shit. Gazoontit.
Thank you. But I was actually playing, like, 2 Persona games at once, like, the other day. I was like, oh,
that's
no.
madness, to be perfectly honest.
I'm like... just going through, like, the intro of Persona 4 Golden while doing confidants on, like, a Royal. I'm like, oh, God.
Because Persona 4's fucking first few minutes takes 5 fucking ever.
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, my God. That was, like, the only downside with Persona 4 is that it starts so slowly. Persona 3, yeah, we get you in there in, like, 3 days. Persona 5, yeah, we're back to doing that in 3 days. Persona 4... how about a whole week passes before you get to even go into battle mode?
I mean, like, comparing, like, how like people get like their personas in like each game and like how different it is kind of like, I don't know. It's like, because Persona 5, the way they get their personas is so cool.
Oh, yes.
And then like how they get in Persona 4 is just kind of like heartwarming. It's so different.
I mean, it's, when you look at it generally, it's kind of similar too, because there's both like in both Persona 4 and 5's case, in Persona 4, it's facing your shadow kind of thing. And then Persona 5, it's like awakening something within inside of you kind of thing. There's both
your
like...
spirit of rebellion.
Your spirit of rebellion. Another theme of rebellion, guys. I can't stop with all these rebellion stuff. So there's like it both involve an internal awakening of some sort kind of thing. So there's definitely parallels between that. Meanwhile, Persona 3 is...
Shoot yourself.
Well, yes... What is the conditions to waken up the personas in Persona 3? Like, what's the exact fucking conditions?
I really can't remember.
I just know if you got an affinity for it, you can pull an evoker and shoot your head. Ta-da!
Hey!
I like that, though.
Shoot yourself, you get your persona.
I loved it. It was pretty cool. I like the evoker gunshot sound effect, too.
The only thing about Persona 3 is that when you can't choose to not romance someone, and then they all get mad at you at the end of it. But I'm just like, I'm just trying to finish your consonant.
Yeah. Oh, man. I really want, like, a definitive Persona 3 version, like how they, like, Persona 4 Golden, but, like, on modern consoles. Like, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Fez on consoles. Like how they have with
Yes.
Like, I need that, because fucking... I want like a fully fledged out playable version of the fucking female protag instead of having it just on a really cheaply Persona words. PlayStation Portable. Fuck. PlayStation Portable toned down version. She was so cute. She
was so cute. I really wish we had another female protag.
She's honestly like part of the influence of the original Aya design that I sent you. Like, I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's where part of Aya's original origins of design came from, was because of Minako, or whichever name you want to give her in terms of what the fucking manga or fans give her or whatever. But yeah.
Everyone has a different name depending on which thing you watch.
I gave her Aya! Clearly. So yeah, well, definitely loved the female protag. It was cute.
And then Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh shit! I guess we're both gonna take care of that right now. So that was also on my list, but of course it's been on the I've watched side since I don't have a lot of time to play games. So have you gone around to the Aftermath?
I haven't even finished the original storyline yet.
Oh my god. Okay, then I'll try not to talk about like in-depth spoilers, but generalization in general. How far did you get into the story?
Oh, what chapter am I on?
More like, what was the last thing that happened that you remember?
I'm trying to like think about it.
Well, there's timelines being all merged and shit. There's people fighting past versions of themselves.
They got Sonya and young Johnny back. And then Sonya murdered, who the
Kano.
fuck was it? Kano, yes.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty fucking awesome
And
moment.
then I think I was getting to like the chapter right after that one, but I don't remember what it was.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Like a year ago is when I last recall watching all of that, and
because like I just got the game.
I see.
Like a few weeks ago.
So I watched the Aftermath story. So there's two endings to the main story, which I obviously won't talk about in depth since that'd be spoiler for you. But depending on the ending is depending on where a certain someone ends with in that. And so Aftermath is based off the normal ending, which I thought it was over, but like by the true ending one with someone else that you end up with, which I preferred. And when you get there, you'll know what I'm talking about. So Aftermath's general storyline is basically, what if we did this again, but with all the DLC characters? Yes. And the majority of them are the villains. So it's a different version of the later half of the story, which then they allow you to backpedal out of if you didn't like it, because then you get to choose between the two at the end. So it's interesting. There were some parts that were hard to watch in terms of because some characters that you might have endearing feelings for just, get fucked. It's like, because, it's the bad guys. The bad guys gotta do the bad guy things. And you're just like, oh god, I'm the bad guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so hope you're ready to get kicked in the dick when you get around to that. But yeah, so that was a watch. It was definitely interesting for sure. But yeah, Mortal Kombat Aftermath, guys. It's one of my favorite video game series from when I was 3. When I was 3, Alexus. I want to remind everyone again that I played Mortal Kombat 3 when I was 3. And my only memory was being melted into skeleton. And then I had the game hidden from me from my dad until I begged him to let me find that game. And then I had 1, 2, 3, and the rest is history. My childhood was already corrupted. Rapid nodding from me on my side.
What is your favorite character from Mortal Kombat?
I'm a Liu Kang guy.
You're Liu Kang? Liu Kang is good.
My favorite female character would probably be Kitana.
Kitana is also good.
That's why I really ship them a lot.
I like all the women in it are like really good.
Scarlet was unexpectedly good.
My friend really loves Scarlet.
It's her voice, man. Oh, also the red hair. Red hair is a weakness. Like, when she has her alternate costume with, like, the ponytail out, I'm like, yes, you can suck my blood.
I really like Centurion. Big woman, crush me.
Wow.
I should not have said that.
Big woman, crush me, please.
And
Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
She big, strong. And then I really like Cassie. Cassie is so cute.
Oh, yes.
But also badass.
Cassie in Mortal Kombat 11 definitely has a lot more votes from me than, like, her MK10 counterpart. Like, I definitely dig her ponytail aesthetic more.
All the women in her are just great.
Also, fucking when I watched, like, the fucking intro compilations, just constantly having to deal with sup. Yeah, she's definitely got that fucking badass wits, like the mix of her mom's badass and her dad's wits. I just love that. It's a match made in hell.
It really is. I really like Sindel as well. I don't like how they retconned like all her like basically all the other storylines. They're like, oh yeah, she was good once, and then they're like, no, she's always bad.
She's been a bitch from the beginning. I'm like, oh man, wow.
I liked it when she was good at one point.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess when you gotta do a reboot, you gotta do a reboot. I was really disappointed that in the Kitana and Sindel interactions that they did get the "Mother, you're alive," but they didn't do the "Too bad you will die." I'm like, no, why? You should have had that as an interaction. That was the one line I was waiting for when they announced Sindel as DLC. It was a wasted opportunity. I'm also a big fan of Aaron Black. All of his interactions, he's so fucking witty and shit. Especially with the ladies. He's such a ladies man, quote unquote. There's just something about the color red. It drives a man like you wild. It's easy to aim at or some shit like that.
I'm dead.
Oh god, I don't know. He's definitely got away with words, and also Troy Baker. So
yeah, honestly,
can never go wrong with the Southern Troy Baker. You reckon? Yeah, I reckon.
Troy Becker?
Troy Becker? Troy Woodbecker? Funny guy. Anything else that you want to bring up into the table?
Dead by Daylight, always game I'm playing.
Of course. How do you feel about that Silent Hill announcement they got for it?
Well, so because of the Silent Hill announcement, I went back and played the original Silent Hill. So I have I don't know how much you know about it. They gave Cheryl a Lisa skin, and I loved Lisa. I did love Lisa, so I didn't mind it, but I think it's also a little stupid. I feel like they could have just added 2 characters. They could have added Lisa and Cheryl. But
So she can wear like Lisa's hospital gown?
no, she like literally like it's called a legendary skin where she literally it's not even Cheryl anymore. She's literally like she has a whole different model and everything. She's literally Lisa.
Oh wow.
I'm like I don't understand why you guys didn't make her own character, but like oh well.
Maybe it would have been a bloody mess to put together.
I'm dead.
I just want you to know that I did do a parody on the first Silent Hill game, and actually just 2 recently this year. So, the first one was a solo done by me, and I voiced Lisa like this. It's my favorite voice.
Lisa's a cutie. She's cute.
Tragic mess.
And I wish they didn't what was the police officer's name?
Sybil.
Sybil. I wish they had like hadn't like kind of like retconned her in like later games.
Yeah, because they said that the ending where Sybil dies was technically canon. The fucking where she dies, but you still get to walk out with Heather. I'm like, okay.
No, they raised Heather together.
It would make more sense, but oh well. No mommy for Heather.
No.
Harry just has to live his life as I called it a huswife. He's a huswife. He's the husband and wife, and he takes care of his daughter. Oh well, what you gonna do when they come for you? And then I die!
I'm shaking my head.
Sorry, not sorry.
I know you're not.
So, so you got to get into the Silent Hill series. Did you ever get to play 3 or 2?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I plan to.
Oh my god, I love 3 personally because Heather is so sassy. Like, she brings some spice to the table. And, I'm ready for that spoot. I'm ready to do it once I get around to it, because there's so much silly shit they added to that fucking game. Like, I don't want to reveal it yet. I want you to find out on your own, but it's definitely some fucking hilarious stuff they added to it. But definitely go give my, go definitely poke around and give my Silent Hill 1 spoot a check out. You know, I know you'll love it. I feel
like I might have watched it like years ago, you know?
In my restless nightmares, I remember that day.
But I'll have to go back. I'll probably like end up watching it and getting like flashbacks like the first time I watched it.
Good. It's a good spood. It changed the context of listening to Take On Me forever. Take On Me is no longer just a fucking meme. It's my restless nightmares.
I'm 4 years late to the Overwatch party, but you know, and
do you play to win?
No, I play to look at cute girls.
Of course.
I have my priorities, you see. And I recently got Rainbow Six Siege because it was on sale.
Of course.
And my friends all play it, so. But that's about it.
Okay. We're definitely like really fucking on that shit with the video games today. This podcast is brought to you by video games. Go play them. So we already covered Mortal Kombat Aftermath, so that's out of my list. And then I briefly mentioned Final Fantasy. I'm gonna leave that for last. I guess I played some more Resident Evil 6 with my friend Alex. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that since I think we were just mainly playing the Jake campaign, and where I get to literally beat the shit out of Javos with my bare hands, and I love it because Resident Evil 6 is fun, guys. It's fun. I literally love using melee combat to death. Didn't we play Resident Evil 6 for a bit?
We did. I remember, but my computer was real
garbage
shit at the time. So it was very difficult for me to play.
Clearly, one of these days, we need to get back into it.
Yeah, I just gotta download it on this computer.
Sweet. Well, whenever you're feeling like it, and it's not a workout day, hit me up. We'll definitely go for it. I will never say no to playing Resident Evil 6. Unless I have to go to work. That's literally it. So, yeah.
Good work.
I guess that was literally it. The rest is Final Fantasy. Oh boy, here we go. So I watched a ton of Final Fantasy VII. Like I briefly mentioned, I watched the entire, the original game on, a PC that had, the HD model, so they're not, the tiny, really not aged too well, blocky looking things, which it's so surreal for real, because, when they get to the pre-rendered cutscenes, you suddenly see, the change of quality in it, but then there's, some pre-rendered backgrounds that turn into pre-rendered cutscenes, pre-rendered FMVs, like, and you see, like, they're in this planetarium, and the planets start moving, but you still see, like, the actual models on the screen, and you're just like, whoa, dude, they're actually doing some, like, out of this fucking world shit technology for, like, what it was at the time, like, given it's, like, PlayStation 1, like, this is so fucking surreal. It was, like, a technological marvel to see some of the shit they were doing. So, like, obviously on a PC, they, you know, got to streamline things, and some people get to make mods and make it look even better for the product of its time. It's like, it was so cool. And honestly, what I feel with the characters, I don't really feel like I liked Cloud and Sephiroth as much. Like, they just felt like generic hero and villain, and there was obviously more interest in, like, Tifa and Aerith, and like, there was a lot of things that were clearly expanded in the remake. So there was a lot more depth to everyone and everything, but I definitely really liked Tifa a lot in the original a lot more than, like, Aerith, because Aerith kind of was just there, you know, she had her moments, but she wasn't, like, anything super impactful. But I still cried when her time came, and I'm just like, fuck, man, it's fucking me up. And then whenever I hear her theme play again after the obvious fucking death, I'm just like, oh man. Like, even in the fucking movie, like, when I heard it play briefly, when I see her briefly, even if it was, like, sort of fan servicey, I'm still, like, in my feelings, man. Aerith is great. Like, I feel like she got really better in the remake. Like I feel like we're gonna get to that in a second, but Tifa really got my support. Like, Tifa already has my aesthetics. Long hair, nice legs for days, fucking, like, the style, like, women. I like women. Like, she's got, like, some aesthetics that I like that's in my wife, Aya. So, fucking dig it. And so, like, she's, like, plays a really great supportive role for Cloud in the original story, and, like, it really made me like her a lot more. Like, she's there for you. She's the girl. Like, I that would have been my choice. Like, I support, like, the Cloud and Tifa, and then, like, Zack and Aerith. Like, that was my shipping handling, express delivery, Amazon Prime. That was how I liked it. And then yeah, so I don't know, there's not too much for me to dive into the story other than, like, it went places I didn't expect, and I was really looking forward to seeing, like, the whole Cloud and Zack thing. And when I got around to watching Crisis Core, I really liked the shit out of Zack. Like, Zack was so charismatic and, you know, ball of cool, and, like, the fucking battle themes were cool. Like, it was really also cool listening. The soundtrack for the original Final Fantasy VII was not that big, but then, like, you get to see some of those few tracks get remastered, like, with, like, either the Crisis Core version or even the fucking remake version, or, like, you hear their different reiterations back in the fucking movie, and it's always so cool to listen to that, especially, like, the one theme that's like, I'm just like, whoa, bro, look at this other version of it. It's so fucking cool. I love the throwback. And Crisis Core's fucking rock as fuck soundtrack was just banger, edgy. I loved it. And I had no idea what the fuck this whole, like, little slot machine like system was all about. Obviously, a lot would change if I played the fucking game, but that's not getting started on any Final Fantasy game for my life. But, like, it was definitely, like, a kick in the dick once you get closer to, like, the inevitable fate of Zack, which everyone knows what happens because of the fucking story and shit. But there's, like, it was getting really sad. Like, I was getting in my feels, like, as it was coming. Like Zack went through so much shit, and then, like, you know, then he's got to take Cloud back to the city, and the people are dying, and then Zack's, like, system, like, the whole slot machine system was fading away, and I'm just like, I was eating dinner, and I had my hood over me, and I was crying, and my dad was, like, waving at me. I was like, fuck off, man, I'm in my feels. Like, I was just like, my bro. I was so hurt. And so, like, it gave, like, a whole new level of, like, depth to, like, Cloud, you know, inheriting everything. Like, originally, in the original game, it just looked like it was, like, a form of denial. Like, he was so embarrassed not to be in soldiers that he just decides to become one. But then, like, Crisis Core just makes it like, no, this is carrying on his honor, which is a very similar concept I was familiar with, because I actually wrote something like that with Aya and Akira, you know. If you remember those two. And I didn't realize that was like the same shit. I'm like, damn it, dude. I promise. I wrote these before I saw these things, okay? Shit. Because like another thing I did with Mayoshi Akira was give her like the ability that was like basically King Crimson from JoJo, and I was just like, listen, some people, we have similar ideas. Just one of them got theirs out first. So it was really cool. Like it really brought a whole new definition to it. And then when I, watched the fucking Advent Children, which, it was appropriate to do after seeing that, it was really cool. It added so much more depth, and the definitive director's cut version gave more Zack and Cloud time, which is way better, and made one of the final scenes with Sephiroth a lot better, and it was just got it in my feels. It's so fucking cool. So then I went around to watching the remake, because I already had before I decided to dive into Final Fantasy, I was watching it on the sidelines from the distance, watching some compilation videos on YouTube, because I was just semi-curious, but I wasn't sure if I really wanted to go dive into the series. And so when I decided, after I heard there's a guy who was reviewing it, and he talks about how in Remake they decide to do a ballsy ass motherfucking move to deviate from the main story and try to do something completely different. It made it felt like Final Fantasy VII Remake was actually just Final Fantasy VII New Game Plus or Reunion or Restart, something that wasn't the same game but carried on similarly up until that point. And that's why I was invested to go see how the original timeline and game was, because obviously the remake's not designed for newcomers. It first looks like it, and then it fucking dips the fuck away from that. Because then there was there's new expanded cutscenes on everybody, there's a lot more Jessie fan service. Jessie just becomes relevant as fuck. Also, she's got the same voice actress as Futaba, so you get Futaba vibes all over again. But this time the character is not a little sister, it's your flirty next door neighbor kind of vibe. And I really liked Jessie a lot, so everyone's gotten their feels when feels time comes. And so it was, there was all that shit going on, a lot more expanding on the original game. They really made Aerith a lot more likable. It's not to say that she wasn't likable, it's just that in terms of the Cloud and Aerith ship, the feel is stronger. And I really feel that they really, before with Cloud and with Tifa and Aerith, normally it was so Cloud's supposed to be loveless. He doesn't lean to either one. I just want to make this very clear. You make it however you want to make it. You want Cloud to lean toward Tifa? Sure. You want Cloud to lean toward Aerith? Sure. They never wanted it to be this is a definitive answer. But in this game, they really punched it in for Aerith to be this time around, yeah, Cloud might have some feelings for Aerith. Even when you get time with Tifa, if you did support Tifa enough to get some of the exclusive cutscenes, they're still talking about Aerith. And I'm just okay. I don't, what's the word? I'm about to double negative. But I don't not support Cloud and Aerith. I also like it. I mean, I like women. I like both of them. I like them a lot. Jessie, Tifa, and Aerith all have some aspects that's in my wife Aya, so obviously I like what they bring to the table. So I mash them together, boom, you got my wife. The additional feel for that was just really cute, and I support it, I love it. And obviously, a lot of people talk about how the Honeybee Inn, when they turn Cloud into fucking female so they can break into this, the Dawn that has to find a wife or whatever, it's done really well. The music's really catchy. They've done it with flavor, tastefulness, and the message they ultimately bring out was the best way to fucking do it in this modern day century, and I really love that. I really love that scene. I really love how they did that, and I hope everyone just stays beautiful on the inside, because that's honestly what counts the most. So, yeah, it was definitely a magical experience seeing what was 3 hours of the game turn into fucking about as long as the original fucking game was length. It was 11 hours where I took 14 hours to watch the original game, the entire game. So it was kind of really surreal for real going through that whole ordeal. So yeah, I didn't know how to feel by the time they finally finished that part of the discs. So I went ahead and ordered my deluxe edition. So I do plan on playing this myself. So like any of the other non-main story bonus stuff, I'll get to experience for myself. And I'm not sure if I'll play in Japanese. I mean, I might, since like I said, everyone already uploads in English. So if I want to see it, I'll just watch it on YouTube. I already did it, so might as well experience the story in Japanese. And also because the cast is still consistent throughout the games. Same Cloud voice actor. Same guy who voiced Eugene, Grezia no Kajitsu. I love that guy. I think that's all I'm going to talk about in regards to, like, Final Fantasy, because I'm going to die here. My throat's going to kill me.
It's great to see you so passionate about it.
Yeah, like, it's what's going to happen when I dive into a series. I wasn't going to dive into Final Fantasy half-ass. That doesn't mean that I'm going to start looking at all the other Final Fantasy games, because now that's just...
Too much.
So it's a lot, and they're not even connected. But I might take a look at 8 at a later date, but... Yeah, I think it definitely got people to go check out the older games. That's one thing that this remake definitely accomplished. So, that's all on that. We're now going to get to our next segment, which is either Q&A or discussion. And I don't mean the Dante bullshit quiz game, but there's no discussion, so we're skipping straight to some Q&A. So,
Oh no.
ladies and gentlemen, as you know, Alexus and I did work on the Mekaku City Actors Abridged together, and while the series is not complete, for various reasons that's in the past, I do definitely want to talk a little bit more about it with her, ask her some questions that, a Q&A that has been long overdue, that some people, may have wondered or whatever the fuck. I don't know. This is just some generic Q&A. So, Alexis, are you ready for me to interview you with some questions about the series?
Yes.
All right. So the first question is, what made you want to start Mekaku City Actors Abridged?
What started it? I don't remember exactly what started it, but I do remember how I first messaged you about it.
Me too.
Like, I was like, I got out of the shower one day, and I picked up my phone, and I texted you, I was like, we should do an abridged series of Mekaku City Actors.
You literally told me that you got out of the shower and you were thinking about that, and I'm just like, all right.
It was just like, I was like, I don't even know what started it. I was really, really into the series back then. Like, I ran the Wikipedia page, not the Wikipedia page, the wiki page. Like, I'm the one that started it. Like,
wow.
I was like, that series was like my life. I was so into that shit. I really did want to start my own series then, but I like wasn't very experienced, so I called upon my trusty friend, who I drag into everything. Who I used to drag into everything.
Her former husbando.
I dragged you into everything I liked.
Yes, you did. Some for better, some for worse.
Love Live was for better.
It ended up being for better. it caused a brief rift, but we fixed that shit.
Yeah, we did.
So that was pretty much it. You kind of you were really into the series. So when the anime came out, you're like, I want to make it abridged on it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was also the one episode where they did like the 3D models, but it was so bad. I think that shit was just so bad that it made me want to do the bridge series.
Yikes. So, what would you say were your biggest challenges with Mekaku City Actors?
Script writing.
Mm-hmm. I felt like that was going to be the answer. I knew, because we had to write it together was one deal, but our other deal was also agreeing what we wanted to write.
Yeah.
And a lot of that definitely came with how our humors were sometimes aligned and then sometimes not.
Yeah.
I say one of our biggest challenges, not thinking about the last episode, because that one was it. That was the gunshot. That was the end of that. But the last one, the one struggle I remember us having was the Geico one. You did not want the caveman reference in there at all.
Not.
And then I was like, I didn't want the, who the fuck are you? Like, I didn't get it. It was like, I don't know, it wasn't my culture. That was definitely one of our challenges. It was like when we had like these moments. Like that just...
Yeah.
But finding compromise is part of what I've learned. So, it was definitely a learning experience for me, for damn sure.
Yeah, that was really it. The coming to a decision was really a big rift for us. It caused a big rift for us, but it was my first time writing a script too, so I was just like, I wasn't really sure how to start it, or like how to like put my ideas onto the paper. So I definitely relied on you very heavily, and I definitely put too much on you.
Because I still did everything that I already do for my own stuff, which was, well, what you took care of was the casting. You took care of the casting. You recruited the VAs. Even to the point where I found my own VA back working with me again, Justin.
Yeah.
But I still did the editing. I still went through the lines. You know, the majority of the work that brings everything to life was on my hands.
Yeah.
But we definitely did, at least, we watched the episode together and we did, like, generally write it. But I did have I still have my nick and knack for writing. Like, I could still just keep writing as soon as I, fucking see what I can do and shit. So I definitely float on that. And from what I can guess from how you phrase things, you might have just followed suit and just try to go from there as well.
Yeah, I also, back then, I was, like, really insecure about my voice acting. There were times where you were like, let's record these lines together. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And like thinking back to it, I'm like, you dumb bitch, just fucking do the lines of him. Like, I get it, you're insecure, but just do it.
Yeah, it was really hard to get a hold of you back then.
Yeah, it really was. I really do apologize for that, like, for being so difficult back then.
Hey, listen, none of us were perfect. When I was your age, I wasn't perfect either. In fact, I was worse.
But you're not that much older than me.
Okay, but listen, that it was at least at the time enough to bring a bit of a difference.
Yes, back then, yes.
Yes. So. So, do you think if you were given the time and chance, would you revive Mekaku City Actors Abridged?
It's like, for old time's sake, I would, but like in terms of like it being relevant, it's not really that relevant anymore, so I probably wouldn't.
That's very true.
It's an fuck, how old is it now?
6 or 7 years.
Don't say that, you're gonna make me feel old.
Hey, how do you think I feel?
Stop, I feel old. I probably, if I were to go back into voice acting, since like time goes to psychological research and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd probably like I couldn't do a Precure one because Toei is really fucking
on top of copyright bullshit.
Yes, and it's hard.
Trust me, I know
but
that
I'd
with
have
Love Live.
Yeah. I'd have to find another anime that I'd think about doing, because like I could do it for my isekai anime, but I feel like that shit's already just so dumb and funny as it is. I don't even know how I could like look at it and be like, make this.
Exactly. It's hard to focus on comedy-focused animes because they're already a comedy.
Yeah.
There's no point in putting more comedy into it. It just feels like, I don't know, it does feel like a little extra. Like they did what they did for a reason.
Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't revive Mekaku City Actors, but I would take the chance to go to a different series.
Do you think anime and bridges have in general died out just a bit compared to when we originally started?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see much of them anymore.
Yeah, I think like the only ones that are relevant were like the legends from the original time. Like, I still hear that Little Karibo still fucking exists and is still doing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I've been long tapped out of that. But one of my friends, RJ, is like fucking devoted to it as a religion. So, like, it's cool and all, but that's one of the things I worry about with like GM18 is because like I've had such a fucking insane history with it. Like, especially since it's an idol anime with songs, so it's not like I'm just doing voicing. There's songs that I gotta make parody lyrics to and stuff like that. And I feel like since then, there's been a second group, there's a third fucking group, there's been a movie on the second group, and God knows what's just going on at this point with Love Live, because it's starting to become really big, more than I can ever afford to handle.
We're on the third and fourth group.
Yeah, see, I'm gone. Bye-bye. I'll stick with...
You never even gave Aqua a chance.
Well, I watched them, I liked them. I haven't seen the movie, but I definitely didn't stick around for Sif Aqua days, because, you know, I was done with Sif, and I kind of just finished trying to devote myself to any games that have a daily login, aka require you to be devoted on every day basis. Even on non-stuff that I did on a daily, I've just like, stop it, I'm not devoting my day-to-day with you anymore. Or money on gacha. If it has a gacha, fuck that. So, you know, I've definitely tapped out from that, but there's definitely no doubting if I listen to songs, I'll probably like it and all that jazz, but yeah, I gave Aqua a chance. I just don't want to get too deep into them like I did with Muse, because Muse destroyed me, like, emotionally, financially, and emotionally. Fucking, I have to get around to watching the movie for my Spoo taking notes. Like, I talked about a while back, I finished writing the rest of season 1, and I'm still waiting for lines for everybody on that, and even songs, and I'm considering writing season 2 script and getting that out to some of the voice actors who are about to leave for professional life before they go, and including the movie. So I rewatched the entire season 2 and got my feels kicked in again, and now I'm like, oh god, I gotta watch the movie and take notes too, and I'm gonna cry again, because I keep crying when we get to that last song.
Yeah, that last song's real sad.
Especially when you think about the cleverness of the lyrics and its thematic, like, just hate it. I hate it. Devils never cry, but I cry. The devil may cry. So, yeah, definitely, like, I don't know. Since then, I feel like anime abridges are definitely going to be, like, in its own spectrum, especially since I can't upload them directly to YouTube anymore. Like, I have to upload it on Google Drive and then provide people a link to go see it on there, because otherwise I'm gonna deal with all that Bandai fucking bullshit. Like, how many times they flagged my episode 1, they blocked my episode 1 and gave me a copyright strike, which I shook off for a bit, but it was just so bad when it comes to, like, animes and copyright strikes, because they're just so anal. Fucking.
It's not like the old days.
Nope. I mean, even then it was still hard to upload anime, but it's definitely, like, I don't know, it definitely makes it hard for people to do anime abridged, which is why, like, there was a few more ones that I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to do fucking Gay Bears, Yumi Yuri, something Yuri Arashi, something with the storm and the bears and the gay things and the confusing, you know which anime I'm talking about?
No.
Wait, maybe it's Yuri Kuma? Oh man, I can't.
Yuri?
No, it was. Yuri Kuma Arashi. That was it. You've never heard of Yuri Kuma Arashi?
No.
Babs, there is an anime about gay bears and cute looking girls that some of them are bears on the inside, and there's some ecchi things, and there's this cute girl with the rifle and stuff. It's confusing as fuck, but it's gay as fuck. Like, it was definitely a product of its time. You need to go check that out. I was gonna do that because I really wanted to be like, oh, by the way, I'm a dude. Like, I wanted to do like a Manly Idols like mix thing where they're voiced by girls, and then when they turn to bears, they're dude. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Anime is hard. What would you say was like one of your most favorite or positive things from the show, from the Spood, or the production of it?
It was a really nice group. I look back at those times very fondly. All the calls we used to have all together.
Before the storm.
All the fun. It was a really fun group to be with.
Mm-hmm. Those were definitely some good times before the storm.
Yeah, like we all used to get into calls together. We were very close knit back then. Mm-hmm. It was very nice.
But now I barely recall anyone that I'm in contact with, and like at best it was Sin Yuzu, but like that was like small and brief, and I don't even know if he still voice acts. Like I see his channel still go, but I don't know if he's willing to voice act for me, kind of thing.
Yeah, he's a lot bigger now.
Holy shit. I mean, it's a given because he was so talented and so hilarious in his stuff. There was not one recording I got from that guy that didn't fucking make me lose my shit.
Yeah, he was really good. All my friends like fucking loved him.
All right, now that we've... Yep, it's that time. It's that time that everyone's been waiting for. It's Dante's bullshit quiz game! Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Dante's Bullshit Quiz Game, where I ask you 5 questions involving about music, anime, shows, movies, everything that we just talked about, those kind of categories. There's even a Dante question and a Spood-related question. If you try to guess the answer off the top of your head without getting an A, B, C, D, you can get 10 points or lose 10 points. But if you want me to give you an A, B, C, D, you'll get 5 points or lose 5 points instead. Get enough points and you might win a nice prize, or maybe you won't win a nice prize, because who knows, maybe the points don't even fucking matter. Yep. Are you ready for this game?
Yes.
I'm sure you are. Alrighty. So, let's get into the first question. Oh god. In Custom Order Made 3D2. When buying the casino, what is the heroine type of the maid hired?
Oh shit.
And I'm looking for the exact words from the game itself.
Fuck. I started like skipping the NPC dialogue.
Are you serious?
Okay, listen, if they were not appealing to me, I skipped it. I'm sorry. Besides, it's not like you could do anything with them, they just work.
I mean, you could still customize them to look cute.
I know. Okay, can I use some options?
Okie dokie. Alright. A chilling Kansai accent. B, a mob's daughter. C, capitalism. D, rascal.
I'm trying to remember who the fucking casino person is. Cause I put, what is her name? Edna? I put her in there a lot. Bulky girl, I put her in there a lot in the casino. I feel like I really should know this. I feel like it's either A or B. I don't think capitalism is a personality trait.
Actually,
I'm gonna go with A.
A?
Mm-hmm.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You would have been right if you said B.
Fuck! I knew it was either A or B. God dang it.
Now, the funny thing is that, yeah, she kind of does have a Kansai accent, but that belongs to the maid that you hired for the cafe. The blonde one with the big titties.
That one, yes. I normally think of her as the lazy, because she's like, is it okay if I give you cold coffee?
Wow. I have not communicated with any of the girls at all, because, like, I obviously focused on the main 3 first. But I'll be sure to give that a look later. Capitalism doesn't exist. It belongs to the maid that you hire for not the bar. Oh, like the fancy restaurant. She's Duca, the pink as fuck one.
I love her so much. She's so cute. She's my favorite design.
Yeah, definitely. It was like, holy shit, this is really fucking cute.
I was so sad when we can't interact with her that much.
I was like, what am I... Do I make my OC from her? I was really contemplating that. But then I did it anyways, because I wanted to make...
So did I.
I wanted to make the daughter from one of the favorite OCs you had from mine. Ta-da. That was that. Rascal belongs to, I believe, it's the girl that you hire for the bar. The one that had, like, the nice dress, and she was really cute, but then it turns out she's two-faced. Mm-hmm. Fucking asshole. So yeah, that was that. Alright, so we're at -5 points so far.
Oh no.
It's a great start. Alright, are you ready for the next question?
I have a question.
What's your question?
Do most people start this bad?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Look, okay, let me tell you, the lowest amount of points you can get so far is -20.
Okay.
That is the most I've gotten from any of my previous contestants.
Okay.
All right, next question. Where's the Dante sound clip? Yes, thank you, past Dante. In Mekaku City Actors Abridged,
Oh no.
which was an off-script thing that became canon in later episodes.
And we didn't write into the script and it just happened. What are my choices?
Going for A, B, C, D again, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm baby.
Of course. A, the Geico gag. B, the gun being pointed at Kano. C, the egg roll jab. D, the goodbye, my moto.
I want to say it was the gun because I feel like the whole clown thing. I'm probably thinking of something completely different, but the clown from the first episode, the clown terrorist, like we made such a big deal out of him for no reason.
Fucking Polygraph did a wonderful job on that too.
He really did. So I'm gonna go because it's the most memorable in my head. The gun pointing at Kano.
So B, huh? Is
Yeah.
that your final answer?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I did it.
So oh my god. The reason that even existed because that was one of Sinu's bloopers. He just suddenly was like, ah! Like, what happened? I was like, I don't know. So then I'm like, alright, we're just gonna make that a real thing. So I got like someone pointing a gun at him. But it wasn't even like the clown terrorist. It was a fellow Skirp Grab native who was just offended by him using Skirp Grab. And so we had to point
Yeah.
And then we made that relevant later in episode, that was episode 2 or 3? 3. Episode 3, where there's like, hey, Kano just got a gun pointed at him. And then she's like, I don't think it was the clown terrorist. What? It was a pretty good memory. Otherwise, that was the main one that I was thinking about. So, yep, thank you. Thank you very much. Good job. You're back at 0 points.
I'm officially back on track.
You restarted? Alright, so here comes the next question. Not laughing evilly this time. I'm just smiling evilly. In Grazia no Kajitsu,
Oh my god!
what is the one visual cue that shows that the other Mitsuru is fronting? And I picked your best girl, too.
Did pick my best girl. Fuck. Choices. Give me choices.
Okie dokie.
Uh,
A, her body language. B, her hair. C, her voice. D, her eyes.
I want to say it's her body language, but that's not my final answer. You know what? I'll just say her body language.
And that's your final answer.
Yes. What? Was it her eyes?
Yes. I can have you recover the points you lost if you could tell me what color they are.
So her normal eye color is like what? Blue?
Sure.
I won't lose points if I get this wrong, right?
No, you won't lose points.
I won't like lose extra points?
No.
Then I'm making a gamble in my head right now to see if I can like fucking recall this. I'm gonna say green.
Were you looking it up on Google while you were waiting?
No.
I hope not.
Because
Okay.
the only thing I can think of is like blue-green. That's like the slightest switch.
Well, I
I
was
can think
correct. Congratulations, you don't lose any points. You're just at 0 still.
0. My goal is to be at 0 this entire time.
Wow, Diz, you got competition. Fucking Diz was the only other contestant that I knew that had 0 points. That was the first time we ever did the game, too.
I must beat him.
Her.
Her.
Okay. Alright, Question 4. Name the 2 main vocalists that covered Killer Lady.
Like that covered it?
Covered it.
Fuck, I used to listen to shit all the time.
Yep, that's how you got me into that song.
The person I listened to, I think her name was Road.
Do you remember the second one?
Do I get like half points? Or do I just get it like all wrong?
You get fractions.
I remember Road, because I listened to Road a lot, but the other person? I don't think I want to say... No, I don't remember the other person.
So you're
I'm just gonna go.
Stick with
I'm gonna
Road.
go with my one answer of Road, because I remember listening to her so much.
Okie dokie. We could make it like
Okay.
half a beep. So you'll get 2.5 points. No, wait. Yeah,
Okay.
2.5. The other answer is Kita.
She
did the Japanese version. At least my definitive Japanese version. I found out later on YouTube there was a Hatanol, but I'm like, I don't know you. Who the fuck are you? If you did A, B, C, and D, I was gonna also mention Gumi and IA, but those are not like traditional covers of what I was defining as a cover.
I mean, Gumi is the original singer as well, so...
Yep, exactly. So, well, that was the one you didn't do. Oh wait, that was. Oh, wait a minute. It's actually you got 5 points because you guessed it off the top of your head. Whoa!
Oh, you're right, I do! Woo!
Look at you, back on the positive.
Big brain.
Big brain energy. Okie dokie. All right, the final question. This is a Dante question.
Okay.
Sort of. What month was our wedding anniversary?
I still have the recording of when we got married.
Same.
On my other computer. But I have not listened to it in a very long time.
Also same. I do have our image, which the image I made was where I based this answer from, just for reference.
I think you should send me the image so then I can answer the question.
Really? You think?
Yes.
You think that if you see the image of us in the sand, you'll remember?
Yes. Oh my gosh. We look so young.
I
Ugh.
know, and I didn't even have a beard.
Yo, I was so thin back then. I had like no titties back then.
Now you got guns.
Yeah. Okay, so if I get choices, and I'm not saying I pick the choices, but also if I guess, then I'm gonna lose double, right? But if I do the choices, then I'll only lose 5, and I'll be back at 0.
Yep.
So I'll do choices.
Okay. February, March, April, May.
February.
Is that your final answer?
Yes. Yes!
No, that's incorrect.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wow.
I get to 0.
Wow! The answer, according to the file, is April.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Mm-hmm. I had a goal.
Are you...
I need to get to 0.
What? What?
I need to get to 0.
What? What?
Yes. Fucking Jarek. Wow.
Oh, I love him.
I can't believe you deliberately wanted to get back to 0. You could have...
I have to beat her.
But...
I have to beat her.
There's no competition to getting 0.
I'm the second person to get to 0.
Wow. Okay. Well, congratulations on getting 0 points, Alexus.
Thank you. It was my goal. I accomplished it.
For getting 0 points, you get about as much as what Seinfeld is about. Nothing.
Oh.
Absolutely fucking nothing.
I get a sense of accomplishment.
Great. Okay. All right. Now that my disappointing failure of getting 0 points has occurred, it's time to go on to our situational improv, do or die. So. Welcome to our situational improv. I give you a situation. We have a D&D dice. Anytime you want to make an action, I will roll it out of 10, because if I think any more than that, I will die.
Okay.
So, fucking, our situational improv, I'm actually going to take a backseat on this one. It's going to be more me playing, like, etc. people in the back or whatever, interactively. But it is going to be Momo on the Run.
Oh.
You're going to be.
God.
It's time to be Momo again, trying to make it to school. But of course,
Oh no!
But can Momo make it to school without being overwhelmed by her mob? Who knows?
Oh, no.
We're all going to find out in this very moment as we roll the dice and she goes through her obstacle courses. We are doing this live. I have no script written.
What is Momo's voice?
Your Momo voice was basically you.
And it's me, but it's like slightly. It's like a certain high pitch.
Yeah, you slightly went higher than usual.
I did go slightly higher than usual. I need to look it up real quick. Hearing my voice. Alright. I'm good.
Okay, alright, so we're gonna shake it out. I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna be your narrator and any other passerby in this scenario. It is 7 a.m. in the morning, and Momo wakes up from bed.
I'm gonna go back to sleep for a few more minutes.
We're gonna roll to see whether she was able to go back to sleep or not. There it is. She goes back to fucking sleep.
Yes.
Fucking 9. Unbelievable. And so Momo sleeps for another hour. Now it is 8 a.m.
What time was school?
8 a.m.
And so, she's going to jump up out of bed, quickly put on her uniform, scramble downstairs, grab some toast, and run outside.
Roll to 10, so she perfectly does all of that with 0 mistakes.
I mean, you know, you gotta, when you do this often enough, you just get used to it.
Swear to God, I was getting a bunch of 4s last time. And so, Momo burst out the door, toast in the mouth, running down the street. Oh shit, oh shit.
Gotta hurry up, I can't miss the bus!
And then some local passerby is like, hey, you want some fish?
No, I have to get to school, I'm running late.
But she rolled a 3, so the guy was like, wait, no, you're gonna have a fish today! And so he shoves the fish down Momo's throat.
I don't have any money!
Don't worry, it's on the house, he says.
Thanks, Fishman, I have to get going to school now.
And so she runs off, with fish in her mouth instead of a toast. She upgraded. And then, as she runs down the street, oh no! There's a bunch of dumped shit on the road! Someone fucking had a terrible delivery day.
Yeah, jump over it. I don't have time for this.
She rolls a 6.
Turn enough for it? Please turn enough?
She jumps over it and kind of trips just a bit.
Let's still make it through, right? We're good.
And so Momo turns the corner. She's just a few meters away from the bus. Will her powers accidentally activate and get her a mob? Yes. And so a giant ass mob starts appearing in front of her. I love you! Give me your autograph! Touch my hair! Will Momo get past her fucking crowd?
Momo is gonna take the fish out of her mouth and throw it, hoping that her crazy fans will want to catch the fish that she was consuming.
And so Momo throws the fish. Another 5. Some fans go, some fans don't. Still has at least half of her fan base after her, the other after her fish.
What is the distance between me and the bus?
I'd say there's a bridge between you and the bus. Like, there's a bridge you have to cross, and once you pass the bridge, you got to the bus.
Oh, I can't. I gotta get past this crowd. Oh.
What will Momo do?
What will Momo do?
What would Momo do?
She's gonna throw her toast.
Okay.
In the other direction.
And so Momo throws her... Holy shit.
What did I get?
10.
Good. I get to that bus, Marco.
She makes a break for the bus. Now Momo is in the bus. The adventure isn't over yet. The bus still has to make it to school.
This is the farthest Momo's ever been. It's the farthest she's ever been. She's never been this far.
She's never been on the bus. And so, on the bus ride to school, how does the bus ride go? Rolling for bus. Ooh. 4.
It's a little bumpy.
It's been a bumpy ride. She might have just felt just a tad bit uncomfortable. Okay, dokie. The bus managed to arrive to school, albeit it's been a fucking fucked up ride. What the fuck? Now Momo has to get out of the bus and into the school herself.
Alright.
So how does Momo get to school? How is she gonna get in there?
She's gonna get off the bus. Like through the what kind of bus is this? Because like I'm thinking like an MCAA bus right now.
I'm thinking it's the white bus that was in the episode.
Okay. She'll get out the exit. And well, most kids would be in class, right? So she's just gonna dash through the front entrance.
Well, it looks like you rolled an 8 on that one, so...
She's gonna dash into the school.
Exactly. She dashes into the school. And will she be able to sneak past that fucking professor who's gonna be a dick? Let's find out. Yes, 8. Another 8. Wow. This dice likes you. What
It's sneaky Momo time. Dun 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 dun.
Wow. She's pink and a pink panther. Pink Ninja Panther. It's Ninja Momo. The return of Ninja motherfucking Momo. Yo! Watch out, Hibiki. Hibia. Alright, well, it turns out with minimal effort, she actually makes it to school without getting detected, without her mob fucking her up. Unlike the actual episode.
I know, right? Can you imagine if Momo had luck on her side?
I know, right? Half of the shit that was in that episode would never happen. Congratulations!
Yeah, woo! Good job, Momo, yeah!
Momo did it. Momo went to school.
That was pretty great. It was a pretty great session. That was way better than when I was last Spoodcast. It was me and Sacred Tier, or Leon and Ada, trying to rescue a cat on a tree, and I kept getting 4 and 3. So
Oh no.
I got severely injured trying to climb up a tree and jump out a tree and save the cat from the tree, trying to get into the house, and I ran into the door. I was having a miserable time. And then the one time Lindsay tries to do something and she gets a perfect 10, I'm just like, fuck this dice. The dice hates me.
But your dice loves your guest, I guess.
I guessed.
Where's my? There we go. Here's my.
Okie dokie. Well, it's time for the final part of this Spoodcast, which is to talk about some updates. So, you got any... I know you're not really working on, any products or anything, but do you have an update of some sorts?
Well, I don't really have any, good mics right now, but I would like to get back into voice acting if possible.
The return of Alexus.
The return of Alexus.
I'm sure there'd be some roles that I would love to have you in.
Well, I'm definitely more available nowadays with my schedule.
Sweet.
I'm free weekends for once with my full-time job. I've never had weekends off, so it's weird. It's really weird.
I know, right?
So, I don't really have that much in terms of updates. Next semester is happening. I'm taking an acting class to hopefully make me better.
Sharpen
And
your
hopefully
blade.
I could use those skills when voice acting.
It'll definitely help you with physical acting, and it always serves as a good base for acting. But there's definitely going to be going into voice acting classes. Definitely really hone in on the voice acting skills.
Yeah, I don't know if they have any of those at my college.
No, but I know they have a lot of online for sure. Even Casting Call
Yeah.
Club is offering one, so I'm just like, I'll take up your offer later, not now.
Not now. We're all pretty busy.
Yeah.
What projects you got going on?
So, I've had Resident Evil 2 and 3 in production. It's probably going to be the biggest spood that I've ever made so far because it's 2 games in one. And according to the page length, usually my pages are a minute. I had 71 pages for Resident Evil 2 and 40 pages for Resident Evil 3 because I don't do it in episodes anymore. Episodes are done. We don't. The only exception to that has been the Spoodcast, and that only goes up to 12 episodes. But, so it might be about an hour and 30 minutes, hour 20 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, somewhere under 2 hours for damn sure. All the voice actors have been sent their scripts. They've all got their lines. I'm just waiting for some to get back. It's definitely the main roles for sure, because, you know, they got like fucking 200 lines or 100 plus lines or whatever. I had 340 something, and I recorded all of those last week, and fuck, because I recorded both Resident Evil 2 and 3. And 3, I have way less lines because I take a back seat for the other people, which is something I always find cool, is when I don't do everything. And I did this really loud and long line where I held it for 15 seconds, and that was destroying me. So by the time I did my Leon lines, I was a lot in the recording because I'm talking like this. Ada, wait! You can't keep running away from me, Ada. And so, like, talking like that was fucking destroying me, and that was like an hour recording session. I still have to get through those. Like, I have to get through all my takes and export it properly and keep whatever I liked or mash whatever I like kind of thing. It's a lot, because I was also juggling with the auditions and recording footage for it, so I recorded all the footage for Resident Evil 2, I just gotta play Resident Evil 3, which I'm reluctant to do, because I suck at Resident Evil 3, but I think I could get through it if I played on easy. But, the other thing is, Resident Evil 3 is a game that has multiple versions of cutscenes. Like, you can meet this character Carlos either at a restaurant, or at a newspaper place, so the game changes up. Like, it's not always the same linear cutscene, so I have to record some of those variants because I do include them into the spood. So that's gonna be an adventure. I have a spood skit that I'm probably going to upload before the spoodcast, so I have some content in between. And it's going to be Resident Evil Outbreak spood, which is for the people who know the Resident Evil series, it's the Desperate Times, which it takes place at the RPD police station where most of the game takes place at. It's right before the events of Resident Evil 3, and then definitely before Resident Evil 2, because half of Resident Evil 3 occurs before 2, and then the other half of Resident Evil 3 is after Resident Evil 2. And so I have a little spood skit I wrote on that to do a little tie-in over. I was waiting for Sean, who voices Marvin, to turn in his lines. As of the recording, June 18th, he told me he's going to turn those in today, so I can upload the definitive version. For my patrons, they have gotten to see my version of Marvin up unlisted on YouTube for Patreon view only. When I release the public version, it'll obviously have the Marvin version, and the patrons will still get to see the bloopers, and then I'm going to add a little something extra to it, which, given the fact that this will all be uploaded, it's going to be the fucking Resident Evil 2 intro, which, to make it 90s as fuck, I used the Friends intro. And it's great.
Oh my god.
We're gonna watch that briefly after the spoodcast, and it is 90s as fucked. I nailed it so good. I'm in fucking love.
I'm excited.
Right? I have to, I think I'm gonna re-record the vocals again, because I've done it twice. I did one where I was trying to figure out the harmonies, and then I did the version that you'll hear where I did do the harmonies, but then I'm going to try to do one more version to take care of the vocals that's in the like I've been there before. I did a bonus harmony thing, but I feel like I want to like properly do it. I don't know, I'm trying to stay as close to it as I can vocally, but I added that flavor, but it's still good. I just keep trying to perfect it because I'm a fucking perfectionist. I also did the theme song for Nemesis, which is De Commissar. It goes, don't turn around, wow. The Commissar's in town, wow. But instead of De Commissar, it's the Nemesis. Clever. So that's all been done. So really, it's just waiting for a lot of my voice actors to turn in lines. Because my summer class started, I'm now trying to juggle that and voice act being Dark Abridger. So we're definitely getting out some content. For Patreon people, I have updated the bloopers tier to also include like an hour phone call with your boy. I'm trying to do more things, get more interactions with my patrons, and you know, trying to offer more for what they're paying for, but obviously I'm still not really going much places with it. I'm still stuck with I still got the people who have been devotedly supporting me since I made my 2020 Patreon video. I'm doing my best. I'm really hoping I can have that work out so I don't have to come back to my job, or at the very least I could, just keep focusing. That way my weekends can be free, as they have been. It's been purgatory here. I want to keep that up. I am contemplating whether I'll make my Discord server public and, just let my fans in and not have them just pay $1, because I really want to just interact with my fans more. Just obviously the people who, donate to the tier can, get more Patreon time with me or whatever the fuck. I'm really just trying to reach out, interact more. So we got all of that currently going on. I had a poll up recently about which game to tackle on next, because I wanted to do a sequel to every Spood this year, which I did. We did Devil May Cry 1, the sequel to Devil May Cry 3. We did Silent Hill 2, which was the sequel to Silent Hill 1, with My Restless Nightmares. And then, of course, doing Resident Evil 2 and 3 is going to be the sequel for me doing Resident Evil. And twice, because it's 2 fucking Spoods in one. On that note, I will mention that I will release a separate version. One that's just Resident Evil 2 and one that's just Resident Evil 3 for people who just want to watch them individually. That will be there. So I'm doing a lot for this fucking Spood. It's the biggest one ever. I might as well, right? And the plan is to go back to do Resident Evil 0 and the remake of 1, and then, of course, remake 2 and 3, and we'll do remake 2 and 3 exactly like how I did it, with mashing them together and then have separate versions. I'm gonna die, but it's gonna be great and big and wonderful. But I still need to do a sequel to everything else before I start doing the Resident Evils again. So, on the list, I had the poll that had Haunting Ground, Clock Tower 3, and Fatal Frame as an option, and people had voted more for Fatal Frame, and I was honestly quite surprised. But maybe it's because the title of Fatal Frame was "Help! My brother won't respond to my letters!" Denko face. All of that was majorly influenced by one of the voice actors that I used to work with at the time. We just keep thinking about the Donko thing or Denko thing. Maybe it's a test, ooh-woo. So, it's gonna definitely have some degenerate fucking weeaboo shit. The voice actress that I have for Sherry is definitely going to be perfect for Miku, so we definitely have some pre-casting going on, and with my new library of voice actors that I've gotten, and especially some who have fallen for my work, I'm definitely going to be able to recruit them and get them back to do some more work with me and get some new blood out, because, yep. We got a lot of work to do. I'm definitely really determined to make sure I get a sequel to every Spood out. And with Resident Evil 2 and 3 coming out, that'll be there we go, I've done it. So then I could do another Spood, and hopefully during that little intermission, I'll try to get the rest of Season 2 of GM18 written so the voice actors who are about to leave me can get some work, and then I'll start circling around back to getting more of work on the Devil May Cry anime, or Silent Hill 3, or do the Resident Evil 0 and 1 thing, and get all that going. Lots to fucking do. Support your boy at Patreon so he can still have that time when life starts resuming back to normal. Bah! So the last announcement I do have is the fact this is episode 11 of the Spoodcast. Next month will be episode 12, which I'm considering the season finale of the Spoodcast, because like I mentioned earlier, we don't go past 12 episodes. So I have scheduled that for July 14th, and I asked every former guest of the Spoodcast, with the exception of 2, for reasons, to come join us, and so far that looks like that's 8 people, including myself so far. Alexus, I don't know if you'll be able to join, but I do offer my hand that if you want to come back for the finale. I'm probably going to...
14th?
The July 14th. I believe that's on a Tuesday. And it's gonna be definitely sometime after fucking... actually, around the time you come back from work, apparently. Because it's gonna be on 2 p.m.
I mean, if it's around the time I get back from work, then I'd be down. Sweet.
Obviously, it's still a month away, and we got a lot of other stuff to get out until then. So I'm hoping I can also get Resident Evil 2 and 3 out before that Spoodcast, so we can also just celebrate the fact that I got that big-ass Spood out there. So, yes, after the season concludes, I will be doing mini versions of these Spoodcasts, which is where I just kind of just briefly talk about everything in a really condensed, less than 20 minutes version. And I do plan on having a poll near the end of the year to see whether you guys want that more or the Spoodcast. So then by the time we start 2021, season 2 can start at the beginning of the year and not at August. Because that was really the main thing about that, is that I didn't want to have like the season 2 start in the middle of the or late in the year. So, yep. That's the Spoodcast updates. That's really all the updates I can provide to you guys. This has been the penultimate episode of the Spoodcast. If you want to leave a comment, it is totally up to you. If you have any questions you want brought up into the final Spoodcast, any improv scenarios you want to have brought up into the Spoodcast, anything that you want to contribute to it, you are more than welcome to in the comments. You are totally free to like it if you want. It'll help us fight the stupid algorithm. Definitely, if you can, please support your Patreon boy, patreon.com/DarkAbridgerEX. You really only need to donate $1. There's going to be a lot of changes to the Patreon, so there'll be more benefit to just giving $1. Thank you guys, have yourself a good night, good day, whichever fucking time you're listening to it, and remember that if a song gets stuck in your head, make sure it's not Justin Bieber, otherwise you got that yummy, 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 yum. Yeah, babe. Any night, any day. Fuck me. Bye!
Bye!
Special thanks to Jake the Fox, I Has a Voice, and Shadowbat. Thank you guys very much for your support.